everyone, and welcome. My name is Jeff, and today we are going to have some fun playing Magic. And the fun thing that we're trying to do today is we are playing Deathtouch Tribal. Deathtouch Tribal, which is a deck that's actually been requested a long time ago. It was in the comments, and a lot of people have been saying, you should do a Deathtouch Tribal deck. I can spoke right. Anyway, and so I finally decided, let's go ahead and do it. And so I'm doing it on stream, and this deck actually, I think, has some legs here. So this is the main reason why I don't think I was building around this before Ravnica Allegiance came around, and I just could never quite get the right setup. But with Orzhov Enforcer, actually an amazing card. I really underestimated how good Orzhov Enforcer is for sure. We, of course, got Pestilent Spirit, which is this amazing Death Toucher that gets in, will kill 2 creatures if it's swinging in, if they have to block because of Menace. And it's just a really powerful card where you can keep getting in through damage. And then the real other side of this deck is that we have Poison Tip Archer, which has Death Touch. It does fit into the tribal. Whenever another creature dies, each opponent loses 1 life, which is fantastic. So that means that they're not really wanting to swing in, because if any of their creatures die, or even if they kill us and trade, then we're going to be doing lots of damage to their face. So we're kind of draining with this deck. We have Tetsamok kind of on the top end for control. Arvad because it's Death Touch and Lifelink, and I just feel like I needed to add it somewhere, because it's always one of those cards where I'm like, maybe we could add it. So I decided, throw 2 in, why not? And Vindictive Vampire to kind of have 2 extra copies. Poison Tip Archer, unfortunately, it only works on our creatures, not opponents' creatures as well. But we needed another couple copies of that, as well as 2 Tastes of Karlov here. In fact, I thought I had 2. Let me make sure I add that real quick, because I do want the Tesa here to happen. We'll go down 1 Tetsamok. Actually, 1 Arvad. We'll go down 1 Tetsamok. And that should work pretty well. So we have 2 Vivian Reed, mostly because flying is an issue with this deck, where we want people to be trading against our creatures. And if they just have a bunch of flyers, it's an issue. So we have Vivian Reed, as well as Poison Tip Archer to kind of kill those, as well as Prey Upon's Thrash. Thrash is amazing because we do have to have the 2 green mana, and we're pretty black heavy, so it's a little bit hard to play in this deck. That's why I'm only running 2 of it. But target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to creature or planeswalker you don't control. So with Death Touch, of course, it will actually kill the creature, which is fantastic. Prey Upon, of course, we have to trade off with our creature most of the time, but we at least get to kill whatever we want to at sorcery speed. This is instant speed. So, I mean, Thrash is amazing. We probably ought to be playing a few more copies, but I didn't want to have to be too much more in green for that, because we have so many black good Death Touch creatures. And so this is the deck. We're going to go ahead and take this into a constructed event and see how it goes. Wish me luck.
Before we jump into the gameplay, a quick thanks to Fusion Gaming for sponsoring this video. Be sure to head over to FusionGamingOnline.com for all your Magic the Gathering needs. Check the link in the description below.
All right. So here we go with Deathtouch Tribal. And I love this deck so far from what I've seen. Hello, One White Eclipse. How are you? Welcome. How was your weekend? All right, this is looking pretty good. Yeah, I like our colors. We have Higher Poisoner. We'd like to get to 3 mana for Pestilent Spirit. Unfortunately, Direfleet Poisoner doesn't have any other pirates in this to actually work with. So it's mostly just a Flash and Death Toucher that we can kill something with. Good to hear. All right, Swamp and Hired Poisoner. Pass the turn. So I think our hardest matchups are Control. This looks like Teamer maybe. Uh-oh. So Isolated Chapel, swing in for 1. I mean, the other side of it is we can just get in lots of damage if we can, hopefully. So Growth Spiral, is this Gates actually? No. All right, we're gonna get down Direfleet Poisoner here on their end step, and Wilderness Reclamation, and we're in trouble. Doesn't seem to have it in hand. That's good. All right, so Direfleet Poisoner. They have a counter. All right, let's go. Poison Tip Archer can be pretty good here. So we're going to swing in first, down to 3, or down to 16, taking 3, and we'll bring out Pestilent Spirit, going for as much damage as we can get on board before anything goes really wrong here. So if they have Fiery Cannonade, it doesn't kill Direfleet Poisoner at least. There's a Shivan Fire. Okay. And expansions it. Nice. Killing the Poisoner. Pretty solid play. Hey, Simo, how's it going? Welcome, welcome. Well, we're playing a deck that isn't as good against control. So, we're going to swing in. Luckily, the Orzhov Enforcer at least is something that can keep coming back, which is nice. Let's see if they have counters or if this is just straight up removal. Hired Poisoner. Welcome, welcome everybody. How are you guys doing today? Hope you had a good weekend. Mine was long, and I have not gotten much sleep. Man, I would really love our 4th mana. That is the one issue with this deck, is we have a lot of stuff on turn 4 and kind of up where we don't really have ways to make that happen. All right, there's the Fiery Cannonade. Yeah. Well, we at least get an Afterlife token. Yay. If we were able to get out the Poison Tip Archer, I mean, they probably would have fired that off before it came down, but still, that would be so much more damage. So bring it down. Teysa might be interesting here. Just to give this Vigilance and Lifelink real quick. But let's go ahead with Poison Tip Archer, try to get it down for the next turn. They'll probably fire off to kill something here. This makes it a little bit more dangerous for them overall. Any point of damage that we do, they have to be worrying about Poison Tip Archer as well. Of course, if they do kill it alone, it doesn't trigger to itself. With a new Vraska in mind. You know, actually, that would be awesome to have the new Vraska in mind. I actually built this because someone requested it a long time ago, and I just never did it. And I've been thinking about it still since then, because I think it would be a really fun deck. And so anyway, so I finally built it. Wilderness Reclamation, that probably means we don't have too many turns left here. We're going to try to get down Poison Tip Archer, though. Try to survive. Or try to at least put on some pressure. We just have to hope that they don't have Expansion Explosions, anything good. Alright, that's the first counter that we've seen. So I'm hoping they don't have too many. He might have been holding on to it for a while, though. And just wanting to do more burn here instead. But I expect us to be dead. Hey, welcome, welcome. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I love doing YouTube. It's so fun to do videos. And this one, we're recording this one for YouTube as well. I'm doing it on the stream because I wanted to be more casual with a Deathtouch Tribal deck. Putting it into constructed events, seeing how it goes, and expecting to die here for sure. Last card in hand, Expansion Explosion. Oh man, my neck though is bad. 1 second. Ugh. I'm not sure if you guys can hear those, but those were pretty good. All right. Yep. Explosion X11. And the odds of them having another one, pretty good. He didn't even pay for the other 3 there, just hoping to get a counter or something like that. We have nothing that we can come back with here. I mean, we can hope that he totally whiffed here. He's used a lot of his burn, which would probably be the best removal for us. So if he has counters, then that's something at least. We'll get down the Vindictive Vampire over the Teysa, yes. And pass the turn. Don't show the Tetzimoc. Tetzimoc actually might be a way that we get out of this. If we find land for Tetzimoc, it resolves, and we don't die this turn, then we might have a chance. All right, now it's Emisizzle. Now we are... You know what, we can find a Vivian Reed here. We could find a Vivian Reed. We could also just be dead, though. Yeah, but we're probably just dead. Wait, just to do nothing for 4 and 5 turns? That's pretty rough. Yeah, now I try not to manually tap as much as I can. But it's like the annoying parts is the cards that force you to manually tap. That's when it gets really annoying. Like the Gates Guild Summit, I mean, and a few others like that. Yeah, we're dead here. And we can hope for a Vivian, but even then, they're just drawing so many cards here that Expansion Explosion's coming soon. Yeah, we'll concede. I'll save you guys the the agony of going through the Niv ping. And my voice is low today, though. And I don't know why I can't get the lighting right here, where it keeps showing me as though I'm green. Like this is a white shirt here. Let me fix this real quick. Up against Scooby-Doo. And all right. We have a lot of the pieces that we want. Vivian, double Vivian is pretty ugly. The other side of this deck that we're trying to go with too is if we are up against a creature deck, we can kind of slow things down when we want to. And just try to find our pieces that we need. So, Hired Poisoner, we will try to get through some damage first. So we're hoping to run up against more creature decks than control decks. That is the dream. So, Or's Hav Enforcer. Swing in for 1, pass the turn. Swamp. Alright, well, not finding lands. Pretty ugly here. Pass the turn. And, man, if we had curved into that Pestilent Spirit, into Poison Tip Archer, we'd be in fantastic shape, I feel like. We just don't really have any way to make that happen. So we'll kill the Enforcer, get a token. Ooh, man. Not finding lands. Feels bad, man. Not Batman, but you know, whatever. All right, we'll drop a Vivian. All right, we're just gonna swing in here. We actually want to keep the creatures around in case we ever do get this Poison Tip Archer. Like a Burglar Rat isn't so terrible for us. You can't really swing in. Midnight Reaper. All right, well, now he gets more value, which we actually want to keep pinging him down. But if we never find land, we're in trouble. All right, so swing in here. Down to 13. Reveal. We'll reveal on the Midnight Reaper. Pass the turn. No real reason to put it on the Burglar Rat just yet. And if we don't find land again, that is a lot of lands. We're running 23 lands in the deck, which I maybe should go back up to 24. I just didn't know what to take out. Maybe the other Vivian. Raider's Wake. Ooh, this is bad. Yeah, now we have to discard. I don't want to discard a Pestilent Spirit because that could be a very good way for us to actually win this game here. Especially with Midnight Reaper out. We get a ping a couple times with it. I guess it's the Arvad the Curse. It's not a very good card. For the love of donuts. I should have traded off there with the Burglar Rat. And now do we have to discard anyway? No, because they made us discard, so we don't. Oh my goodness, this is. And we had 2 lands in hand, a bunch of 3-drops. The odds of us finding land in the top 13 cards is pretty fantastic for us, actually. So we will block so they can't keep doing this. Does 1 to them. Down to 11, we have to discard a card, which will probably be... We want to kill this Raider's Wake, so we want to keep our other Vivian around. Probably the Tetsamok now. Because we're just so far away from that being relevant ever. I don't know why you didn't swing in here. Very interesting choice. Alright, Tetsamok. There we go. Alright, Pestilent Spirit. And we might actually finally have a shot of actually playing this game. All right, so man, I'm like fading away again. What's up with this? While opponent's trying to figure things out, I'm going to figure this. Playcrafter kills our Pestilent Spirit. Yeah, I think we might be dead. I mean, I think we had a really good shot in this game if we had ever found anything good here for us, but... Nope, wrong way. Here, we'll go, I think 17 was right here. There we go. All right. Profane Procession. Yeah, with enough mana, we're just dead. We just never found land, man. That's I hate losing to just terrible draws. That's really annoying. Opponent was playing a really fun deck, though. All right, we are gonna get a win, I promise, because I think this deck really has a chance against. I think it's a semi-solid game plan. We just have to hit our land drops. So maybe I need to bring in some mana fixing here. Maybe like open the gates or something like that, or I don't know. All right, 3 lands. I guess we keep this. We have hired Poisoner into Thrash, so I am going to pay for this as well. All right, what you got, Yahi? Yaji? Mulligans. So yeah, let me know what you guys have been up to lately this weekend, what you guys been doing. I want to know about your life, man. I want to know. I want to know. Can you show me? All right, let's see, Yahi, what you got? All right, I'm not gonna hold up Thrash this time. Actually, we can't because we don't have 2 green mana anyway. So play that tap, swing in for 1, pass the turn. Pestilent Spirit will come down next turn, which is so good, very aggressive. Demands lots of blockers. Which, if this is a Sapling deck, we're in trouble. All right, so swing in. Wants a block, that's totally fine. Down to 18, Pestilent Spirit, pass the turn. Next turn we get out Poison Tip Archer, which will be very good for us. Struggling right now, yeah. Bant midrange is fun. So I have 3 decks that I'm sitting on that are just fantastic decks. I'm waiting to make a video on them first, but it's Domri midrange, or Naya. It's a crazy deck. Man, no green mana here. All right, Poison Tip Archer. We get a lot of pings. Like if they kill our stuff here, we get to ping in for lots of damage. Yeah, I guess we do it. So yeah, double blocks there. Hired Poisoner. We deal 6 damage to them. Or 5 damage. And we gain 5 life. Down to 13. So I mean, with them creating tokens, it actually helps us out to an extent. As long as they can't kill the Poison Tip Archer, we're in fantastic shape. But yeah. Yeah, getting up to Platinum is pretty hard. Yeah, so I got to Platinum, and I just cannot get anywhere else. Like, I just keep winning 3 games, losing 3 games, winning 3 games, losing 3 games. And a part of it's because I've not been playing as good of decks. Like, I've never played any of the meta decks, which I would like to at some point, I guess. But opponent really can't swing in, can't do much else here. What's he trying to do? Not getting that counter on Branchwalker is actually pretty bad for them. Or he didn't reveal a land either. Is something going wrong with? Did I miss something here? Is this broken? Because I should. Oh, he played the land that he revealed. There we go. I was looking away. That's what happened. All right, Overgrown Tomb, tapped, Tesa Carlo. Now, if anything dies, so I guess I could have had Thrash there as well, but I want to get down case Tesa Carlo. So no attacks, pass the turn. Now Thrash gets us 2 things killed, or 2 pings in. If we get to play any of our creatures and get them down. Yeah, so some pretty fun stuff we can do. We can also swing in, wait till they like double block or something like that, kill one of the main blockers. But I don't want to lose our Poison Tip Archer if we can avoid it. We'd like to find another one if we can. That'd be amazing. Reggie Alpha, okay. Can't really swing in. We can block too much. We get to kill Regisaur Alpha on our next turn. Alright. Now we're drawing all of our lands. This is interesting. Hey, Finch, how you doing? A 4/4 with Vigilance and Lifelink. Yeah, I don't want to splash for the red, though, is the issue. I don't have any red mana. And we found all of our lands right now. So, Trash here, kill Reggie. Yep, kill him. Deal 2, gain 2. Or no, we just deal 2 with Poison Tip. That's the Vindictive Vampire I'm thinking of. So, no attacks, pass the turn. And man, this is looking pretty good at the moment, actually. Dude, I'm doing great. Yeah, glad that you're doing well. Hey, Thrice Soul. Sorry, yeah, you gotta be here, man. Just gotta commit. So we're playing Deathtouch Tribal. I cannot spoke right today. It's bad. They had their own Poison Tip Archer, which is fun. So we're gonna have to kill that soon. Okay, Orzhov Enforcer, which is actually really good for us. We pass the turn. We're actually looking, I think, for Tetsamok now. Tetsamok would be beautiful. We'd be able to ping on Poison Tip Archer. Maybe we just put counters on everything and then bring it down. Gigantosaurus, huh? What are they playing here? They're playing Mountain Swamps and a Gigantosaurus. There's a Llanowar. They're actually close to being able to play it, which, I mean, I guess works. Vindictive Vampire, fantastic. Now we get to gain life whenever stuff dies. Play Swamp. We are swinging in with Orzhov Enforcer. We probably should just hold it back as a blocker, because they can take 11 turns here just fine. But it's a great blocker for the Gigantosaurus. We get to create two flyers with Lifelink and Vigilance. Oh man, so many triggers. Oh, this is beautiful. One creature dying. Actually, they even blocked, so one of their creatures died too. So we just about killed them here. Yeah, so we Deathtouch Tribal with Vindictive Vampires and Teysa Carlo, I don't know. Hey, Suvi, welcome. Yeah, that was an epic turn right there. That was fun. Carnage Tyrant coming down. That's fine. We get, yeah, life. Dude, I could not spoke right today. I have no idea what's going on. Okay, swings in. We kill this guy, and I think he's just dead. In fact, actually, we block here, and now it's game. Yeah, get a few thousand triggers. Ours go on top. Yep. All right, so that was good. That was fantastic. We just need to hope that we can run into more decks like that. That is the goal. Oh man, that was fun. All right, up against Lapatianka. There we go. And man, Dire Fleet Poisoner pretty good here. Overgrown Tomb tapped. We like our lands that we've gotten. We just need to find a third land, and we're in good shape here. Not a third land. All right, Gate. Let's see is this Boros or is this gonna be Gate something? All right, bring out Poisoner. Bring out... Oh, goodness. Don't let this happen again. We're running 23 lands. Like, we should get to 3 lands pretty consistently. Pass the turn. And we'd like to get to 4 lands. You know, we should get to 4 lands pretty consistently as well. Last time we drew like all of our lands. Oh, you don't have any black-green stuff? Yeah, that makes it a little bit harder to play this. Alright, another Dire Fleet Poisoner. I guess I could have played it with when I was swinging in there. Oh well. I don't know what's going on, guys. Either we draw all of the lands or we draw none of the lands. And we were winning when we drew all of the lands. So maybe we need to go back out and find more lands here. Alright, so that's good. Pestilent Spirit. Swing in. What I'd like to have happen is before they Gates Ablaze here, which I'm guessing is coming, we get down Poison Tip Archer and we get to ping him down for 1 million. That would be the goal. Hey, Breeman. Welcome, welcome. Thanks so much for dropping in. Yeah, yeah. A lot of people coming from YouTube, which is fantastic. Love it. Oh, man, come on. Where's the love? All right, so... Swing in for quite a bit. Maybe I should have preyed upon first. I think they're just going to be blocking here. Can't block the Pestilent Spirit. It has Menace. Yep. Yep. Gonna keep trying it. Opponent is clearly trying to block there. Hey, thanks for following. Appreciate it. All right, so swing in. Get to kill their guy. Down to 5. I mean... If they have a Gates Ablaze, this is so bad, but... They haven't had it yet. They might top tech it. I'm going to get down the Assassin because any creatures they play now have to block this guy. We had the Prey Upon there as well, which would have been good, but we have lethal if they don't have Gates Ablaze. Okay, there's a Sergeant. All right, so we will Prey Upon. We'll just do this now for fun. Should have got down to Orzhov Enforcer, done it with that one. And swing in for lethal. All right. And next. All right, that was interesting. They were playing all of the gate creatures rather than doing like Gates Ablaze and everything. They probably had it in the deck and just didn't find it. But that's pretty fun. Hey, thanks for the subscription. Appreciate it. Thank you. You are a gentleman and a scholar. Or a lady and a scholar. I don't really know, but you know, you're awesome. All right. You missed the yeah. So I'm going to do direct challenges every Friday for the stream. So I think that'll be a good way to do it. So every Friday I'll be doing those, and that should be good. So let's get down Overgrown Tomb tapped. Well, thanks so much for the subscription. I really appreciate it. All right, let's get down Orzhov. Actually, let's pass the turn. We can get Direfleet Daredevil will be pretty good here. So yeah, definitely have some jank ready for me on Friday. And the last time, so today's video, or no, I think it was Abzan Journey. So yesterday's video came because I found someone sent me a deck, or someone played a deck on there that was so epic that I had to play it. It was too fantastic. All right, so Direfleet Poisoner coming down. We will block here. We do trade off some creatures, but with this deck, we're actually totally fine with that. So we're gonna get down Orzhov Enforcer. Hold up, Prey Upon, kill you. There we go. All right, so took care of the Steamkins. Teysa will be pretty good here as well. Do we want to shock ourselves for it, though? Hopefully we find an untapped land into Vivian as well for the next turn. So, skewer the critics. All right, creates an Afterlife token. We have blockers now. Down to 2 cards in hand. We're in decent shape now. And Teysa comes down and gives this Vigilance and Lifelink, the token. So it's still worth paying the 2 for this, I think. We end up gaining enough life from it overall. because then they can't really swing in with Pyromancer. Another Dire Fleet. Yeah, we'll pay the 2 life. Bring down Teysa. Teysa's pretty hard for them. It has a magic number of 4 toughness. Requires 2 removal spells for it. Let's see now. They're going to kill the Spirit. That's fine. Pass the turn. Alright, risk factor. We're actually going to take action. We're fine right now. Opponent is digging desperately for something, and if we can ever find ways to gain some life here, we're in pretty good shape. Alright, let's bring down... I feel like bringing down the Assassin and using Tetsamok's kind of redundant, but we're going to do it anyway. So, reveal here. Swing in for 2. We're leaving back the Assassin. If he has a removal, he can get in for 2 points of damage, but we do need to start actually racing here because they will find enough burn off the top to kill us. They could also have Chain Whirler here. Snowdog, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Yeah, I always like to play really fun decks. Oh man. So yeah, I'll take action. Yeah, so I did make a video of the Abzan deck. I did refine it a little bit. I changed it up to be a little bit more what I liked. Doesn't ping down here. Very interesting. If we get to swing in, it's only attacking Pirate that you control. So we will swing in with the Assassin. It's going to force them to block with the Firebrand, unless they ping it right now. All right, so there we go. So we basically force them to do damage there. And that's fine. We'll swing in with Teysa. Actually, I meant to swing in there. I thought I was pressing all attack. That was really weird. Alright, gonna swing in. We'll bring down Dire Fleet Poisoner. Block here. Get rid of creatures. Alright, gonna shock. That's fine. No damage dealt. Okay, here we go. Oh, man, I don't want to shock ourselves. If we get down Arvad, though. So let's go ahead and shock ourselves Arvad the Cursed. Deathtouch and Lifelink. Swing in for 4. Because this gives it +2/+2. And now we just have to hope that... Alright, so there's land, and we should be in good shape from here on out. So, Vivian Reed. Take up. Land is good. Poison Tip Archer is good enough to bring in, swing in. Gonna hold back Teysa this time, just because we need to just start gaining life a few turns, but we should be... Yeah, we should be good. Arvad, that's the main reason I kept the Arvads in. It's kind of an interesting... I mostly played it because it has Deathtouch, and we're playing everything with Deathtouch that's at least somewhat functional. And that is the exact place where we wanted to have Arvad, was in that game. We kind of hoped we had found lands a couple turns earlier, but yeah. Let's check out this pack first. I guess I don't really care about these packs because... they're all just gems right now, but we at least get to fill up our wild cards for the next set, War of the Spark, which is looking so fun. Dude, I am so excited for War of the Spark. All right, so we got to 3 wins. We were looking really bad. 2 losses at the very beginning there. Was looking very bad. But Deathtouch Tribal does have a shot. Yeah, Arvad is dope. I've always wanted to play decks that really play around Arvad, but it's just... you can never really make it work. I don't know. It's for some reason, I've never been able to keep it on the battlefield for even like 2 seconds whenever I play it. I don't know. All right, we've had hands exactly like this in the past and didn't find our 3rd mana for like 10 turns. So if we find our 3rd mana this time, we're in such great shape. All right, swing in. Hold up Dire Fleet Poisoner, pass the turn. Let's see what we're up against. Wild Growth Walker A. We're looking for a Thrash. Maybe I hold on to the Poisoner. Direfleet Poisoner here. If I find land, I definitely want to play the Pestilent Spirit, though. So let's just get it down. Yeah. Now we actually thrash. This is instant speed. So actually, let's cancel. Swing in for 3. Gonna block the Hired Poisoner. Totally fine with that. It has Death Touch. That means it dies. Or he dies. We'll get down Pestilent Spirit now. And pass the turn. I mean, you can always hope that people are just don't read what Death Touch does. It honestly isn't used that much in Standard, so people probably don't know it that well. Unless you're playing the janky stuff I like to play. Alright, so swing in for 5. Would love to get down this Poison Tip Archer before they start killing our stuff. Yep, there's a cast down. Okay, down to 15. Pestilent Spirit number 2. Pass the turn. Ugh. Gideon's Reproach actually could be pretty good here. Alright, gets back the Wildgrowth Walker. Man, no lands, no lands. We will thrash. Swing in for 5. Pass the turn. And so if he does start rebuilding with these Wildgrowth Walkers, everything like that, we're gonna get lots of value out of just getting Poison Tip Archer, Vindictive Vampire. Do we want to spend turns going after Vivian? Well, that's our only play. Well, we found our 3rd mana this time, but we just can't find our 4th. So, do we go after Vivian here, or do we have a 2-turn clock? We know that they have blockers, which have to block the Assassin, actually. So if they have Jade Light, we're in trouble. Which, I mean, even if they... This is interesting. There's a good chance that it could just be Wildgrowth Walkers. Maybe they haven't read what this guy does. Yeah, I think it's face. It's worth the risk with the Ocarina Assassin. If they have Wildgrowth into Jade Light, it's annoying.
Can't stop nature.
But then we get down our other stuff. I just don't want them to get to an ultimate. That's when it's really bad. All right, Wildgrowth Walker. What? All right. All right, so now we get down Poison Tip Archer. Going to kill it now. Okay, there we go. So there's a cast down. Assassin's Trophy. All right, so they just had all the removal. Take action. What do we need? Grab a forest. All right, now we swing at Vivian. Make them kill the Wildgrowth Walker. We get 2 pings with Poison Tip Archer. Down to 3.
Meet my newest friend.
So I think our best draw here is a 1-drop to play with Vindictive Vampire. They do find the Jade Light. I don't know, guys. Now this Vivian is very scary, very annoying. They get to ultimate on the next turn, and now anything with Indestructible. I should have gone after Vivian. In hindsight, should have gone after Vivian. This ultimate's going to destroy us. Getting a lifelinker down isn't terrible. Vindictive Vampire is good. But if things aren't dying... They're going to be totally fine trading off with Jade Light to protect Vivian at this point. This isn't legendary. Yeah. We also didn't really expect them to have 2 removal spells like that. That was pretty devastating. I think we have to go after Vivian to have a shot here. We can hopefully just never gain life, and we can ping down enough with our Vindictive Vampire, gain life if they're trying to swing in. So no attacks. This gives them, does it give them Vigilance as well? It gives them Vigilance. Yeah, I don't know. Giving them Vigilance makes this rough. And Trample. I don't want to lose like this. No. All right, fines. Yep. On Elemental. Epic. So actually, I want to redo my Elemental Tribal deck. I did one before a while back, but with Wildgrowth Walker, if you play the one that turns the seven lands, whatever, turns all lands and elementals. So I feel like it'd be fun. These are indestructible. Yeah, that's just game. There's no way of coming back from that. I mean, if we got down Vindictive Vampire and another thing, and they didn't gain any life, maybe we could have. But they had Trample, so we would have died before everything happened. So, oh well, 3-3 with Deathtouch Tribal, which I feel like is pretty good. Another Vindictive Vampire. That was an interesting one overall, but I think it turned out okay. What do you guys think? So do we want to try to, do we need to change anything in the deck? I think that adding a land might be useful. I don't know what I would take out here, but overall I think the deck did well. And for what it is, at least, maybe the Ocarina Assassin looks a little bit funky. Maybe I need to, the reason I like it though is because it lets us swing in with everything else and get in damage, because nothing else, they can't block anything else besides this. So I mean, we have a lot of really good and functional pieces. We had some pretty epic games with it, and that's what we're trying to do. I'd like to have more Afterlife stuff or more token-based things with Teysa, but I don't think we can quite do it with this one.